Hello and welcome to Disney with the Ducks. I am your host for tonight, Lonnie G, and I am joined by some of my favorite ducks tonight. We have Jody B. How you doing, Jody?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. We have Kevin. Kevin, how are you, sir?
Doing okay. Thank you, sir.
Good deal. And finally, we have Jeff. How are you tonight, Jeff?
Good, Lonnie. I think we need to restart the intro because Jody didn't say hello, friends, at the beginning. So I think we need.
Hi, friends.
There we go.
There you
Now
go.
we can proceed.
Well,
Now-
because
now all
Lonnie
is
asked
well.
me a question and asked me how I was, I felt
Yeah.
like I needed to respond to him.
You can't change up stuff like that. So now we can proceed with the rest of the show.
It's
Okay,
your
hi,
fault. I
friends.
threw her for a loop. So, so this is episode 95, Ducks Fly West. And we are so excited about this episode. It's been one in the planning for quite some time as we are discussing our plans for the Dumbo Double Dare and all of us migrating to the West Coast for a great Run Disney event, right? So before we get started, I'm going to say, guys, if you like this content, you like what we do, please consider going on your podcatcher of choice and giving us a rating, right? I would like to say a 5 star. If it's 5 star, go ahead and give it. If it's 3 or below, just blame Gene when you're, be very specific when you put this is because of Gene. And that way we know who's to blame. And that'll
That
help
helped
me
the
build my case.
algorithm.
Yeah, I'm building a case to get him out. So that's the start of it. So
We have
so
annual
yeah.
reviews coming up here soon, so anything that we can put into the file for the annual reviews will be help.
Yeah, I mean he's been on probation for almost 2 years, and some kind of way he just keeps getting through. So I don't know. So yeah, so please, it helps with the algorithm, helps people find us, and also please consider joining our Facebook group, Disney with the Ducks, or our Instagram. We have a small but very mighty community. A lot of helpful tips and tricks and all that kind of good stuff. So please feel free to join and become part of the Duck family. So before we get started, we always like to give a question so that you guys can get to know us better, right? So since we're flying west, I thought the question tonight that Jody came up with, she is our official question creator, keeps us in line, is airplane etiquette. When you're boarding, what do you do, right? Do you board first? Do you board last? Do you carry on? Do you check your luggage? All the important questions. Do you discover the armrest and claim it for yourself? All that stuff, right? So, Jody B, you're going on the flight, you're going to California. Give me some your plane etiquette as you're boarding.
All right. So I am a bag checker because I'm an overpacker. I try not to be, but I want all the stuff with me just in case, because you never know. And especially for race weekends, you need all the stuff. So I'm a notorious overpacker. So I check the luggage. Um, Pre-Tim, which has now we've been married 22 years, so that's been quite a while. But pre-Tim, I was the last person on the plane. I didn't care. I didn't need to get on there. Why would I want to go sit down? I want to walk around the airport and stretch my legs and get the fresh air while I could before I'm stuck next to somebody annoying. But Tim loves to get on the plane first. He's a get my spot, get settled in type of guy. I've adapted to that a little bit, but we tend to book our flights. The girls book a set of flights and the boys book a set of flights just because of our Delta accounts and how we link them. So sometimes he and Landon will jump on the plane early and Lindsay and I will chill out for a little bit. So it's I don't know. Because I'm short. I don't need, I could put that bag in front of me and it doesn't bother me. I don't need all that leg room. I mean, I don't need all that space. And as the armrest goes, so for 7 years, I traveled for work and I was a box out girl. That armrest was mine. I'm not a very big person, tall wise. So I was taking that armrest because I needed to have some space for myself. So that my arm was on that rest and I was elbows out and I was claiming it until somebody was bumping me off. And I'm not as bad about it anymore, but I used to be really, really snarky about it. So
Wow, I didn't think you would box people out.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
and we have a
tried.
new term, PT, pre-Tim.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you
Some
go.
people call those the good old days.
Yeah, we're not going to call it the good old days when we're in front of Tim. But on this line, he's not listening. It's the good old days. So Jeff, what about you?
We are a Southwest mostly family. I'm sorry to the Gaines family there. But so Southwest has slightly different procedures. It's open seating, and it's all based on your boarding groups of when you go. So there are no assigned seats. Typically, if it's just me traveling, I'm a carry-on and a backpack kind of person. If I have Riley with me, it is a carry-on backpack and usually 2 checked bags, which are usually empty because she needs to have space to bring stuff home. I can't tell you how many trips.
Expensive shopping.
I can't tell you how many trips that we've had our luggage marked light on it, so that way whenever they go to pick it up, they know that there's nothing in it, and it comes home fairly full. We try usually we do the early board check-in so we can get seats together. Usually we try to go for the exit row, the 2-person exit row. So that's our kind of our go-to seat if we can. Back in November, I had the first time I actually sat by a window in probably 16 years. So that's kind of nice. I'm usually relegated to the middle seat. But it's, you kind of make those sacrifices when flying with a teenager. So,
oh yeah. I was going to ask you if you woke up like at early in the morning to check in, or you just actually just got the early fare when you pay the $10 and
it's 20 now, but
20.
If it's me with her, yeah, if it's me with her, I'll pay for it. If it's just me, I don't care. So
good deal. Good deal. Kevin, you're flying out west. What are you going to do, sir?
So I'm like Jeff. So out of Nashville, we have Southwest. And so pre-Southwest, I would, really try to get the seat by the window. That's always been my thing. I want to see where I'm going. If I can't control the plane, I want to be able to see out. At least see the ground going under me and, not into the ground. But, so before I went Southwest, I would walk around and spend lots of time walking around and not getting in any hurry getting on board. But now that Southwest, has open seating, like Jeff said, I usually don't get the early bird check-in. I'll usually, hop on at exactly 24 hours or whatever it is, before the flight, hop on there and try to get that B group as quick as I can. Pretty much every flight you can get a window seat like that if you're traveling alone. When I'm traveling alone, I usually only carry, a backpack and 1 checked bag. But for a Run Disney trip with multiple races, with all the shoes, that's, you kind of need that extra. You need a checked bag. So I typically check 1 bag and have, the carry-on and backpack. Then that's pretty much the way I do it. I like having the window to be able to take a nap. I fall asleep pretty quick. Once the plane, I don't know what they're piping through the air circulation system, but it knocks me out like a knockout gas. So I'm usually asleep on the plane. So
maybe they're piping narcolepsy through there.
I think so.
Knock yourself out, man. I tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah. When I travel, I tend to, want to get on early, and that's because I carry on. And I challenge myself even at Wine and Dine to bring 1 bag, 1 carry-on, and it was a duffel bag, and have everything in there for the whole time we're there, right? And I said, I'm going to try to do this. Gene thought I couldn't do it. I think I sent you guys a picture. I said, boom, look, done. I've done it. So I did everything and still had room for like all the shirts, all the medals, all the good stuff, and my popcorn bucket. All of that was in there, right? So I tried. I probably won't do it for California, but for races when it's just me going, I'm going to start just carrying on. I just like the flexibility of just grabbing my stuff and grabbing the Uber. I can order it while I'm walking out. So I like to get on.
That's a really good idea because, if that bag gets lost, that's a big thing. And that's why if you do check a bag, make sure you have at least one change of clothes and some running gear, especially for a Disney race.
Yeah, poor Cheryl, who lives in Switzerland, her running gear, her luggage was MIA. Last year, was it last Wine and Dine or Springtime Express. I don't remember which race, but her luggage was missing and she had to go buy a bunch of stuff. And that's challenging for anybody, for a woman in particular. That's not fun. So
Our friend Lori had that same issue on her connection where her flight, her bag didn't make the connection. So,
not fun.
Yeah.
Or it could be like Lonnie and Jean, where you just don't make the connection like they did for Toby last year.
Our luggage made it. Our luggage was waiting for us. But
their luggage was ordering room service and they still weren't in the room.
In a different airport.
Yeah. Luggage didn't get sick. It was us. So that would happen. Luggage was at MCO. We were over in Tampa. So I try to get on early just so I can put my stuff up top, because if you get in late, you're going to run out of top space and they'll take it. And the same thing, right, is an issue if it's getting on the plane, if it's not. So I try to get on early. I sit by the window, usually if I'm by myself, but if I'm traveling with my wife, I'm in the middle so she can be on the end by the window. So that's usually how we do it. And in that case, I don't have to fight for the armrest because she usually takes it. So there you go. So thanks, guys, for sharing. And I hope you guys got a kick out of that as well. So, hey, Run Disney weekend, back to California. It's first time in 4 or 5 years, probably 5 years, right? I think 2016 was the last ones. Or 2017 maybe was the last ones. I might have to check.
Was that the last one, Superhero?
That was the last one. So, love that race, love the courses. So I know there's a lot of excitement. Registering for it was equally as exciting as always. I mean, we had a coalition of willing to try to get us in there, but we did it. We're all in. We're excited. January 11th through the 14th is the race weekend there. So, and they just added another race weekend in September, right? A Halloween series, and that's registration is coming up in February. So I'm so happy to see those courses and those races come back to Anaheim. So with that being said, tonight we're just going to discuss our plans from top to bottom, so you can see what we'll be doing. And on top of that, we also have some surprises, some get-togethers, some things like that nature that you guys may want to jump in and spend time with Jeff.
Just
Jeff. So so we're going to talk about those, our plans for all our restaurant reservations except Blue Bayou, because Blue Bayou doesn't like us. But other than that, so January 11th through the 14th is the race weekend. Jody, when are you flying in?
Tim and I fly in on Wednesday, the 10th. We're flying into SNA, not into LAX because we know better. And we're actually getting a car rental for the day, just for the day though, because one of my best college girlfriends ever lives out in that area. So we are getting a car, going to go visit her and her husband and their twin babies and spend the afternoon with them. And then I didn't know this, but Joe Fickus told me this. You can drop your car off. There's a place at Pixar. Well, it was Paradise Pier. Now it's Pixar. Whatever the hotel that just got rebranded Pixar. So one of those 3 Disney hotels, you can actually drop the car there. So that is our plan. We're not staying there, but we're going to drop the car there. So we have a 1-day rental, just so we kind of added it all up, between an Uber here, an Uber there, an Uber there. It was cheaper to just get a rental for the day and have it, be able to be on our own. So yeah, that's our plans. We fly in on Wednesday.
Nice. Always good to fly in the day before if you can. Right?
After when we fly back home on Sunday from marathon weekend. So it's a quick turnaround. Get home really late Sunday night, do some laundry on Monday, repack on Tuesday, and head out to California on Wednesday. So it's going to be a little crazy.
You can do it.
Yes.
So, Kevin, when are you flying in? What airport you going to?
So I'm leaving Nashville at on Thursday. So I'm doing the 5K, the 10K, and the half, and I'm leaving on that Thursday. And I should, if everything goes well, land at 10:15 in the morning. I'm connecting through Vegas, and I'm actually flying to Long Beach. I think I'm the only one of the ducks that's landing in that airport. But I met some people here locally here in Franklin, and they spoke really highly of that. And I was able to get a really good flight out there and a direct flight back. So
Direct flight
that
back?
direct flight back, and I almost was able to get a direct flight out there. It just didn't work out with the time of the day. So yeah, so I'm going to be there. Should be able to get my stuff situated at the hotel, and then go to the expo and that kind of thing from there. But that's my initial plan. I'm actually flying back Monday, so those are my flight plans.
I was waiting for you to say that you were going to go meet a longtime friend, Snoop D-O-double-G in the LBC. So I thought you were going to say that, but you did not.
He happens to be there. He is a good old friend. So I'm not sure if he's in town that day, but we'll see.
You and Martha can share some Tostito chips with them.
Yeah. We can eat some pistachios or something, right?
Oh yeah. Jeff, what about you, sir?
Riley and I are actually flying in on Tuesday. We go from Pittsburgh to Las Vegas, have a little bit of a layover in Las Vegas, and we're going into Long Beach as well. So we'll fly.
Oh, you're going to Long Beach? Okay, yep. I didn't know that.
Yep, we're flying into Long Beach from Vegas. Getting in Tuesday, probably around noonish. Head straight to the hotel, drop our bags, get our room, and then we're planning to just spend a day relaxing at downtown Disney area and kind of just getting acclimated a little bit. So,
okay, good deal. So I want to find out what your plans for Wednesday. I think so far you're the earliest one to get there. We get there, and I say we. I'm speaking for Gene, because we're on the same flight there from DFW to SNA as well. So we get there that Wednesday on the 10th. So our plan: catch an Uber. It's a short Uber from there to the hotel. And then we're gonna just go hang out in downtown Disney for the day, kind of get acclimated to the time and all that kind of good stuff.
Yep.
Because the next day, right, is the excitement starts. It is time for the expo. So Thursday, Jody, what do we have scheduled? What do we have planned on Thursday?
Well, Thursday, the 11th of January, most of the Ducks have planned our park tickets for Disneyland for that day, which will be pretty awesome because that's kind of the park to start off at. And one lucky duck has Trader Sam's reservations for 4. We haven't quite decided who's the lucky 2 who's going to get them. And the duck who has those reservations is not choosing. So, I don't know how that's going to work out, but everybody can fight it out, I guess. I don't know. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we do not have any dining reservations for Thursday, correct? Is that not correct? Or did somebody else? Or did somebody else dining reservations them down?
Yeah, I don't think we. I guess the one day I think
we wanted to get Blue Bayou that day, and of course we didn't because nobody got Blue Bayou ever. So
why don't you like us, Blue Bayou? Why don't you like us?
But my whole thought is like Disneyland has great food. Quick service is phenomenal. Plus, we have to go to the expo, which expos always take at least 2+ hours of time. We're all going to be a little wonky being East Coasters with Central or East Coasters with West Coast time. So we're going to be a little, a little off our game anyway. So I think I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think we were hoping just to do some quick service that day. But I do think there's a lizard meetup that I think there is. Let me look at hold on just a moment, please.
While you do that, let me brag about the corn dogs at Disney. So if you do not have reservations, I highly recommend the corn dogs.
Which ones? Aren't there 2 different corn dog carts?
Corn dogs.
You actually, the crazy thing about it is when you walk in, the first one, that's the one you get. You walk in, it's been a while, but you walk in, look at the right, oh, look, corn dog cart, grab it.
Not like Little Red Dragon or something.
What's the name of it? Wagon. Yep. It's just a wagon of goodness. Just go and grab it.
So this is why we did not make a reservation. There's a Lizard meetup at 5:00 p.m. at the Disneyland Hotel at the quick service there. So that's why we did not make any dining reservations, because there is a meetup with the Lizard group at 5. So now that I'm referencing my notes, I know why we didn't plan anything. So
Thank you for that. As
Yeah.
I said, guys, Jody keeps us in line. So
I don't know. And also just recently Disneyland parks actually released their hours finally. So that was something that they had not yet done, and they just posted those. So if you have not checked that out, you can finally see what time the parks are open. And I don't think that any of us are staying on property, correct? We're all at a Good Neighbor hotel.
all at a Good Neighbor, yes.
All right.
Yeah. So little different than when we're out at Walt Disney World. I think we all stay on property when we're there. So little different out in California.
It's different on the west side. So and for some of our new listeners, you heard Jody reference the Lizards. We're all members of the Be Our Guest podcast of the Lizard group. Just a very supportive group. You'll never run alone. Search them on Facebook. Feel free to join. Like I said, it's just a very positive group. And of course, if you would like to join and come to the Lizard meetup, you're more than welcome as well. I know it can be, it has a little bit of angst, right? When you have people you don't know and you're showing up to something like a Run Disney event and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you, they are just so nice, so welcoming. So feel free, if you're traveling solo or even with someone and you want to just have some people to run with and talk to and get to know, come to that Lizard meetup. I think you will love it.
And quite frankly, 2 years ago, we were all strangers, right? So we didn't know each other, and it was all because of one breakfast that we all got to know each other. So, you never know who you're going to meet and what friendships are going to form. So, if you're interested into going to try to meet some new people who are typically very kind and welcoming and encouraging, I would strongly suggest trying a meetup. You never know. You can meet some awesome friends.
Now, I will say this, because I have to put this disclaimer out, because I don't want it to come back to us, and our legal team makes us do it, like Duck Legal. We don't condone meeting strangers in a parking lot at 2 a.m. That you only saw online.
It has worked out well for me every time so far.
Yeah, so hey, it worked for us, but hey,
it works.
We can't say that's gonna be the same thing, right? You're not gonna start a podcast or have some just safety first. All right, so we knocked out Thursday, Friday, 5K at Disneyland. Jody, tell us about our 5K. So I guess Kevin, what are we dressing as for the 5K?
5K. We're gonna do our Ducks jerseys, correct?
We are.
Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
So it won't be as blazing hot as it was in Orlando back on the 5K last year, but it was a whole lot of fun, and we all ran in together and ran as a flock, and we got the Mighty Ducks jerseys, and I think you can probably still find them on Amazon.
Yep.
In time to have one. If anybody out there wants to join us, it was really cool to see those pictures, afterwards with all of us running together in the same jersey. It's pretty cool looking. So, it's basically I think it's a legit jersey, really. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive, but, if anybody wants to join us and run in the Mighty Ducks jersey, go for it.
Yeah.
Kevin, can I get it in writing that it won't be as hot and terrible as it was in Florida? Because my husband is fighting me tooth and nail about putting that thing back on again.
I think mine's still a little sweaty from that first. I don't know if it's dried out yet.
Man, you guys not doing a good job of recruiting people to come put it on and run with it. I mean, I don't want to wear it now after all that, but what we will do is, though, we won't put a link, but we'll put a picture of it in our Facebook group. So in case you want to see it, you can see what we ordered. And we just all got them from Amazon, and they're relatively, inexpensive.
It's like $30-$40, I think.
Yeah, $30. Yeah.
They're good quality, though. I was shocked.
Really
good quality, good and thick. and retain
Big
heat.
and thick and good for ice skating, but not for running in
In Florida.
Florida in 90-degree heat. But
Yeah, yeah.
but the
The
good
weather
thing
was
is
not
you're usually
cooperating with
not
us.
you're usually not running as fast as you possibly can either on a 5K. So I mean, use that too.
Because it's
Yeah,
not timed. Woo!
yeah.
Not
5K
time.
is not time.
And it's
5K is
all in the park, right? And does it? The 5K is pretty much all park miles.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, at least it was for the last one I ran was the Star Wars light side, and it was all park for the 5K. So Jody, we finished the race, right? How does our day look
This
for?
is where things get a little interesting.
Okay,
So, last year in Disney World on our 5K, we took our good old time.
About
So
an
much
hour and 40, I
so
think it was.
so much
yeah,
so
yeah.
that we did not get an opportunity to shower after the 5K, and we went to breakfast in our jerseys, and then we went to go ride Guardians in our jerseys because we still hadn't showered after our 5K. And this is a little more interesting because in California, at the parks in California, in order to turn on your Disney Plus, your Genie Plus, you actually have to tap into the park. So we're not quite sure timing how this is going to work, but I have a suspicion you may be seeing a lot of Anaheim Jersey Ducks walking around, tapping into the park at whatever park opens. And that day we have park passes. For Friday, we have park passes at DCA, Disney California Park, Disney California Adventure Park.
Mhm.
Because once you tap in, then you can start booking your Genie Plus. So um, I have a feeling that's what we may be doing because we then have reservations for breakfast for a character breakfast at Mickey's Tales of Adventure character breakfast at Storytellers Cafe, which is at the Disney Grand Floridian or Grand Floridian. I don't think it's at the Grand Floridian. It's at the Disney Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. And I do believe that this is one of those that perhaps we've got some extra openings. Am I? Yes, I'm. We have an 8:30 spot.
22.
How many?
22 time.
22 reservations total, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 booked. So, yeah, we have a lot. So if you want to join us, we have 8:30 and 8:40 and 8:45 reservations available. So if you're interested, shoot us a note. We've got plenty of space. If not, we will probably cancel some of the time slots because we don't want to get charged. So
Yes, so we're gonna probably cancel the week before, just to make sure no one gets canceled, charged for it. And Joe, you make a good point. So I guess we will just walk over. And I guess now that we see the park times are just posted, we can kind of gauge our 5K time because we want to maximize that and then have it where if you're going to be in the park, be able to go as we're walking out, tap out or tap in so that we can get our stuff straight and start making our reservations. So Jody mentioned it. We all have Genie Plus. It's one of the things I think in Disneyland, it's kind of like a must, right? So you get Genie Plus there because you can do so much more. Just as a FYI, there are more rides at Disneyland than they have in the 4 parks at Disney World. So let that sink in all the stuff you can do, right? So a lot of rides, they're quick, they're right there. That and you can park hop very easily because you just walk across the courtyard. So, yeah. So we're planning on tapping in after the 5K, probably going back, freshen up this time, and then go back and able to have breakfast and then tackle the park, right?
yeah.
And have a corn dog after breakfast.
I think it would be awesome though to see the characters out there and have that breakfast after the 5K. And even if we are stinky and sweaty and gross, hopefully they'll still like us. So that day is planning on going to DCA. I know that I will probably ride the Incredicoaster a couple of zillion times. That's my very favorite thing in that park. So that's maybe not right after breakfast, but I will definitely be hitting that up. And then we have some really awesome plans that evening. We have reservations for Carthway Circle Lounge, the lounge. Let me make very clear about this. There's a lounge and there's a restaurant. we have reservations for the lounge. And I do believe, Kevin, we've got some spots available for that. Putting you on the spot.
That's right. Looks like we have 18 total spots, and about the same number that we have filled out, maybe 11 or 12. So
Okay, awesome. So those reservations are at 5. I've heard fantastic things about the lounge. The food's supposed to be great. The drink list looks awesome. They also have some great non-alcoholic beverages that are pretty crafty and fun. So if you are interested in joining us there at DCA at the lounge, we'd love to see you. And then I have a feeling we probably won't be out too much later than dinner, because we have to walk back to our off-property hotel.
I have a
Plan to go
reservation.
commando this weekend. So if anybody wants to hit the parks hard, since we're not running after Friday, you can find us. Me and Riley will be going nonstop for the weekend.
Are you saying you're gonna take your
I do have
commando
a-
to Disney?
We will be going full commando for the weekend.
Wow.
You heard it here first, guys. If you want to see Jeff go commando, catch him in Disneyland.
Poor Riley.
She's like, I didn't sign up for this. I did not sign up for this.
We're going from corrals to park close.
Nice. Well, we'll live vicariously through you.
That'll be
Because
a
the
day.
next
It'll
day,
be a long day.
we have some more running to do. So, Jody, how does our Friday look?
Well, we've already done Friday, so now
I'm
Saturday.
sorry, my time is okay. How does our Saturday look?
Our Saturday, which is January 13th, that's the 10K day.
Yes.
That's it. And we have some blue Disney with the Ducks shirts that we'll be wearing. And if anyone is interested in ordering one of those or running with us, maybe ask Jeff, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you could borrow a shirt from someone, or maybe just wear blue, or do whatever you want. I don't know. So that's our plan, is to wear those shirts on Saturday, and that is the first timed race. So we do have to keep our pace a little bit more than we did the day before.
Yeah, Jody's gonna leave us. So if you're hoping to run with Jody and the rest of us,
That's
it's
a
not gonna
Friday
happen.
only.
Yeah, Jody, the 5K is your time to run with Jody. If you want to run with Jody and Tim, that's Friday. Saturday, Jody is faster than us. So just FYI, I want to set realistic expectations.
Now, hold on a second. I will be coming off of Goofy the weekend before. So, I'm not.
So you're
making
saying
any-
there's a chance we can keep up with you?
I'm not
saying
making
there's a
any
chance.
promises about anything. So, so that is Saturday, January 13th. When I'm assuming we will run, and then, well, Jeff, are you going to cheer that day? What's your plans?
We are fully intending to cheer all day.
Okay.
So that's our plan.
Awesome. So look for Jeff and Riley, part of the cheer squad. That will be great. So they'll be giving out high fives and hugs and blows. That'll be great. So that
Lonnie,
is.
Are your spouses, you and Jean's spouses, attending to cheer, or are they just sleeping in?
I'm 99.9% sure they'll be sleeping in, both of them.
But they're doing
And
the
no, we're not in all one room, but I know from history they will be sleeping in. The thing is, we're probably gonna have to wake them up to say, "Let's go tap in." For the time here. I mean, that's the thing, right? So
They are participating in the 5K, though, right?
they are participating in the 5K.
That would be great. So.
Mm-hmm. So for the 10K, though, I'm gonna say, come on, you have to wake up and just come to the park at this time to tap in. It'll be a fight, but we'll get them there.
So for Saturday, most of us have plans to go back to DCA for Saturday. Again, we need to tap in so we can start our Genie Plus timing and booking things. And then we have some reservations for, they're calling it brunch, but I think it's lunch. I don't know what it is, at Lamplight Lounge over in Pixar Pier. And I believe we've got some time and we've got some space available there, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we've got
15.
how many, Kevin?
We got 15 with about 5 spaces left.
Okay, 15 with 5 spaces left. And it looks like our reservations are between 12 and 12:45-ish. So hopefully they'll be able to join us all together. So yeah, we're excited to try that out and see what that's all about.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with lamplight, right? So once again, we got some spots. We do have to cancel a little early, but feel free to join us. I think it'll be an awesome experience, and you're more than welcome, anyone.
Then that evening, there's yet another lizard meetup, and we have not, as a group, decided how we're handling this one because we've got a 2-hour window of reservations, so we obviously need to clear some of these out. But is it Naples Restaurant? I'm sorry, I'm looking at 2 different documents here.
Naples.
Naples Restaurant.
Naples between 4:15 and 6:15 for 18 spots. So it's a big, like you said, a 2-hour gap, but between 4:15 and 6:15.
So that's the night before. That's in downtown Disney. That's or that is not in the park. So if you don't have a park ticket, that's a fun one to join. That is a Italian influenced restaurant, from my understanding. Although I already checked, they have salmon, so that would make me happy. So we've got a lot of reservations that our timing is kind of spread out. We haven't quite figured that one out yet as a group, but if you want to join us for dinner or if you're interested, please let us know before I know we're going to drop some of those because that's, the 2-hour gap is not what we're looking for. So,
yeah. So Joe already mentioned the salmon there, lamplight, lobster nachos. That's all I'm going to say, 2 words. Okay. So we'll be heading back to the room a little earlier, probably stuffed, right? Because we got 2 meals under our belt. Plus, somewhere in that timeline, we're going to have a corn dog. It's Sunday. The granddad. We're about to run through downtown Anaheim, right? Well, the outskirts of it. But Jody, oh, you know what? Let's go back to Kevin on this one because he dusted off his shoes. He's running the half. He's fired up. Kevin, what are we dressing first as a group for the half?
For the half. Okay, so for the half, I'm going to go comfortable and go for the long haul like I do for when I'm doing dopey for the marathon, and I'm going to wear lizard gear so that if I pass out, it's bright green and everybody can find me.
So I will make a promise to you, Kevin. Number one, we're all running together, but if you do pass out, I promise to pause your Garmin. It's all about keeping your time. Right?
Thank you.
You got it, man. Just for you. Jeff, you guys are cheering there right now. So far, we don't know where you're going to actually cheer for this, right?
No, we have the course maps aren't out yet. We'll have to determine that once we get those.
The good thing is you don't have to go into the parks for it because you can line the streets of Anaheim and catch us in multiple spots.
I would assume logistically it'll be much easier to cheer than it was at Wine and Dine.
Oh, it will. In fact, the only thing I ask of you is to go get a couple of donuts. I think it's usually around mile, depending on the if the tradition of the same course, it'll be around 7 or 8. Get some donuts and be waiting out for us.
If they're open, they will be there waiting for you, Lonnie.
Thank you, sir.
And we will also be cheering in lizard yellow that morning, so we'll be easy to spot.
Now, will Riley have lizard gear on as well?
She should.
Have you convinced her to wear
it? I think so. I think it's contingent upon her going. So.
Oh, okay.
She's not wearing the 5K duck jersey. She is kind of doing her own little Disney bounding on herself there, but the rest of the time we should be getting her to cooperate. Hopefully.
And hopefully you can actually cheer and not like Wine and Dine where you had to be quiet cheer.
Yes. Yeah, City of Anaheim. That's okay. It's different. I can't be trespassed there.
No, trust me, you can't be trespassed. In fact, you can get away with a whole lot there.
Sure.
As you will see, when you might have to cover your eyes when you're heading to some of the places around there, but I digress. Jody, we just finished. We crossed the line, right? We did it. We got, another check off. What are we doing the rest of the day? So we go, we shower, we finish, we take some pics. Then where do we go?
We are going back to Disneyland because you've got to get it's metal pictures. You got to be back in front of the classic Disneyland and the little teeny tiny castle that they
Little
have.
castle. It's so cute. So
And the train station and everything else they have. But it will be our metal photos. We believe it or not, do not have any dining booked because we are holding out hope of all hopes that some magic Blue Bayou lunch or dinner or something falls in our lap. We're just channeling all the good Blue Bayou vibes. We're just saying, come on, Blue Bayou, we like you. Please like us back. And
Please.
so we're hoping that that comes into fruition. But if not, we'll probably just eat our body weight of corn dogs and call it a day.
You can't go wrong with that. But I do want a Monte Cristo. I do want to eat at Blue Bayou. I do want to watch people ride pirates, which you can do from there. I don't know why they don't like us. I don't know why.
Yeah, and that does bring me up to and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I do want everyone to know that based on the information we have heard, and I hopefully I'm not spreading false rumors right now, but World of Color will not be happening while we're out there, which I do find rather disappointing. That's one of their big nighttime shows because Fantasmic, as you know, is down out there because of the dragon. They have a dragon issue. So I was really looking forward to World of Color and booking. They have dining packages, kind of like they do, like we have for Fantasmic. Super excited about that. And unfortunately, if our information is correct, they do not have any evening shows happening. So a little bit of a bummer, but what can you do? I'm sure we will figure out ways to entertain ourselves and find some food somewhere in the park to consume. But anyway, if anyone's sitting on any Blue Bayou reservations and they want to, give them your favorite ducks, we would love to take them off your hands.
Don't cancel them. Play it forward.
Yeah.
If you can't make it, we understand. But if you have 10 or 12, just go ahead and pass them on to us and we'll take care of the rest.
Just 10, just 12, no big deal.
I'd be just curious to see if it was less than that, who they would pick.
Oh, just like me with my Trader Sam record.
Right.
I'm not picking them. I said, you guys have to figure it out amongst yourself. I am not getting involved. I'm not saying, no, you all have to duke it out.
What if four of us show up and check in before Jody? And we get upset. You already checked in, and it's just we're all sitting there like, what?
So Sunday night, is that your last night in the park?
Last night in the park.
Yep.
Kevin, what about you?
Same thing. Flying out Monday.
What about you,
So,
Jeff?
Yep, last night for us too. We have an early flight Monday morning out of LAX. I know, but
Oh, dude.
I know we'll be okay though.
Yeah, I mean, look, you'll be okay.
Early
Yeah,
Monday?
Early Monday,
How early though?
6:30. Shouldn't be too much traffic.
Ooh.
It's 3:00 in the morning, right?
No, it's LA, dude. They got traffic all the time.
We'll be okay.
Okay, so let's all say a silent prayer right now for Jeff and Riley that they make it to LAX and they get on their flight and that they aren't trapped in the circle of horribleness of traffic in LA. So everybody checks out that Monday morning, except for the Binning family. Well, not the family. We're not bringing the kids with us, but the Binning duo. We're staying on Monday and doing all things parks. So we actually have plans for that day. We're going to have some lunch and some dinner. We have a we have a 10:50 p.m. Trader Sam's that night. I don't know if we're going to make it because we have to get up the next morning and go get on a plane, but it was the only thing available, so I snagged it. But yeah, we're going to be at the parks on Monday. So if anybody's still around on Monday and want to say hi to us, we will be there.
You better not go to Blue Bayou without us.
I'm
I'm just saying. I mean, even if it pops up, you better pass.
Okay, I will. we actually fly home on Tuesday, so
Ah.
we get to spend all day on Monday hanging out.
Well, good deal. Well, that seems to be an exciting agenda that we have. Like I say, guys, reach out to us. Let us know if you want to join us. You are more than welcome. We'd
I
love
would
to
say
have you.
the best way to reach us would be probably Facebook Instant Messenger, one of us, right? Don't you guys think that would be the best way?
Yep. Or you can send Lonnie a telegram.
By pigeon?
Carrier
Courier.
pigeon for me, by the way, carrier pigeon. So if you mail it off now, depending on where you are, I may or may not get it. But hey,
Would be great. So I know John won't be with us out in California, and we're gonna miss him tons. And but he gets to do a springtime surprise this year, which would be really awesome. But we'll definitely miss him out in California. But I just want to reiterate what Lonnie said. If you see us, or if you please come say hi, join us. We'd love to, break bread with you or take a quick picture. Lonnie's really great at photobombing. He would love to jump into your photo in the background. So please come say hi and join us on some of these reservations that we have, because we know we're going to have fun. Whenever this group is involved, my cheeks hurt afterwards from smiling and laughing so much. That is guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Yeah, we plan on taking it all in and just having a blast. So we're gonna laugh a lot. We're gonna enjoy each other's company, and we're just gonna, walk steps at Disneyland. So, well, thanks. I think we hit everything up, got all our plans out. So now, let's transition to the favorite part of the show for most people, cracking up with the ducks. Jody B, can you make us laugh tonight?
Well, I will try. I don't know if I will, but so we're talking about traveling and getting on a plane. And one of my favorite things to do on a plane was sleep. Like Kevin, I do like to sleep, but I also like to read on a plane. Shocking, I don't watch a lot of movies. So why did the librarian get kicked off the plane?
I don't know.
Because she was overbooked.
Yeah, that was funny. You got us. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Kevin, can you make us laugh?
So I'll try, but I've got a joke about, we're headed out to California. They have earthquakes, that kind of thing. We don't really have a lot of that with our shallow bedrock here in Middle Tennessee. But what did one tectonic plate say when he bumped into the other?
I don't know
I don't
what.
know.
Sorry, my fault.
Good one. Good one. Jeff, make us laugh.
I looked everywhere to find a good joke today to talk about flying and everything, but all the flying jokes I came up with just went over people's heads.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I don't know if I can follow those three, but something, and I'm gonna make a plug for Release the Kraken. Yesterday, Jody was talking about her. One of the things she didn't like at the parade, Christmas parade, was the reindeer, and it made me think about it. All yesterday, I was like, why doesn't Jody like the reindeer, or why are the reindeer so spooky? Anybody know why? Because they're caribou. It's the little things that give me joy.
That's great.
Thank you guys for putting up with us. If you made it this far, I pity you. But no, seriously, thank you so much for making it. As we said, guys, if you want to join us on the socials, feel free to reach out. Join our group at Disney with the Ducks on Facebook. We're also at Disney with the Ducks on Instagram. Every now and then we do. Do we still do the Twitter or the X or whatever that's called now? I don't even know what it's called now. So that shows you don't follow us on that, because apparently we don't even know what it's called. But Facebook and Instagram, you're there.
Right? The old people places.
Yeah, and be looking out in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try once again to launch the Duck Tender page, but as with previous iterations of it, it will get canceled quickly. So you have to hurry up and swipe right to connect with us, and then that's it. So with that being said, for Jody, Kevin, Jeff, thanks guys for tonight, and thank you guys for listening. Have a great one. Kwaharini.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
See you out west. I'm so excited. You know what we did not talk about though? Churros.
You know, I thought about saying churros too, because the churros are great there.
How was that sound effect, Jeff? Did you like it?
It's not as good as that one was one of my favorites.
We're gonna have a whole show of Jody's sound effects, but